Welcome! In this quick tutorial, I'll be showing you how to deploy your site with Netlify either through a Git repository or manually. First things first, you'll want to come to netlify.com and either if you have an account, simply log in, or if you do not, click sign up. And I recommend signing up with a Git provider. This can either be GitLab, GitHub, GitLab, or Bitbucket. And after you're done with the sign up or the login, your team overview is what you should be seeing. Here I already have some sites deployed. You can see one of them deploys manually, the other deploys from GitHub. We'll start off with the GitHub one, because if you deploy something with GitHub, whenever you update that repository and sync it up to the cloud, then it will automatically update your site on Netlify. So simply come here at your dashboard, add the new site, and you can import an existing project. Deploy your project with, choose your Git provider. I'll be choosing GitHub. You'll be asked to log in, but as you can see, I don't have the site that I want to deploy, because what I want to deploy is the responsive site from one of our videos. And so you can't see your repo here. Configure the Netlify app on GitHub. So you have to give permissions to GitHub, or sorry, to Netlify to use your Git repositories, so that here is the repository access. You can give access to all your repositories, which I wouldn't recommend. What I recommend is selecting all the repositories separately, and I can search for what I want, which is a responsive site, and then simply save it. Now it's here, it's a public repository, I can choose it. Now you simply give it a name. The name I want to give it will be responsive site. And down there you can see what your URL will be, which is responsive site.netlify.app. The netlify.app you won't be able to change, but at any time, free of cost, you'll be able to change this one, the responsive site. If the repository had some framework to it, or maybe you're working in React or Svelte or Angular, then you'll be seeing the build command and the base directory, publish directory would all be filled in, but since I'm deploying only an HTML and CSS file, I won't be needing those. And then you simply scroll down and deploy responsive site. And here you can see not every domain is takeable. Some of them is already taken. It says subdomain must be unique. That's why I put a 19 in here. Deploy responsive site 19. And now you just have to wait through the installation or the deploying process. You can see that it's now published. I can then come here to set up a custom domain if I want to. And if I do have a custom domain that I've bought from either provider, then I can easily come here and set it in either with an SSL or without it. And if we come to the site configuration, you can change the site name right here. And the build and deploy, you can see which repository it's at. So you can change all the things around in here. And basically you've deployed your site with GitHub. If you want to deploy manually, then you come here to the dashboard, add the new site, and simply say deploy manually. You can already see that drag and drop your site output folder here, or browse to upload. Here are my files that I want to upload. And inside this file it's important to have an index.html file, because that will be the home page. So I will simply drag the whole folder here, not just the files. And now it's uploading. You yet again have to wait for the processing to be done. And after that, you can see that it gave it a random generated name. And if I come to the site configuration now, because I'm under this random generated site, here is the link. You can visit it if you prefer. But I will simply be changing the site name to responsive site 20. And now if I come to responsive site 20.netlify.app, I can see the same page. And if I come to responsive site 19.netlify.app, I can also see the same page, because we've deployed the same site. So with that, the video is over. I hope you found what you were looking for. If you did, please consider giving us a like, maybe even subscribe. But other than that, I hope to see you in the next one.